Today, we're on our way to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Our friends at Bucketworks have agreed to let our teams meet there so that they can brainstorm ideas and figure out their movie's plot. The actors will let the writers know what kind of role they see themselves playing. The filmmakers will let the writers know if their scripts are doable for a zero-budget film, and then the writers will put it all together. They'll be given 1 week to write their script for their team's 10-minute film. Remember, one of the tasks for the writers is to answer the question, what it is to be human. Because of the impending doom that comes from creative minds collaborating, Casting Call has decided to name the teams after hurricane disasters. My name is Cooper Spelling, and I'm a guerrilla filmmaker. Simply stated, guerrilla filmmaking is driven by passion. You do the best you can with what you've got. You use skeleton crews, simple props, aspiring actors, and budgets of $0. Casting Call put together 8 teams of 1 filmmaker, 1 writer, and 1 lead actor, who will be competing against each other to produce their best short guerrilla film. Hey everyone! How you doing? Good. Good. We're gonna get ready to put the teams here together, so if everyone's ready, let's roll. All right. All right.
So Brittany, I saw on the website that you sing, or you're
Yeah,
theater?
I'm a music theater major, so this is new for me.
Okay.
My first impression of my writer was he's a little bit out there.
I guess one of the rules is that they have to have a theme of the idea of what it is to be human. The writer was thinking about aliens, human, ghost, supernatural things.
The first thing that he said he wanted me to play was an alien.
Like Shylock in The Merchant of Venice, his monologue, something like that. Brittany is very vivacious, very bubbly. She, just makes it much easier for me as a writer to create a character.
Well, one thing that came up to me was the idea of maybe a jazz singer or a blues singer or something, because it's kind of in my who I am as a human a little bit. I don't know if you like that at all.
Yeah, I like Lady Sings the Blues. And Corey, he's very interesting. As a director, he's kind of hands-off so far. It was 10 minutes, so maybe at a performance for her as a singer.
And it would be easy to shoot too.
Right, and then maybe add on some flashbacks, thinking about the past or whatever.
Flashbacks, not so much.
Really?
Yeah, it would take too long. Then we would need more people, and
So then what would be the major controversy of the film?
I don't know yet.
I'm just hoping that he's willing to give his input, because that's what I need from a director. I don't know what I look like on film, and then I've never done it before, so I just want him to tell me, please. You're so quiet.
Yeah, I got nothing. It's like you get paired up with people you don't like, and they're really excited to do something, and I feel like I'm the person who's not very excited to do that. But the chick seems really, normal enough, so it should be okay. I mean, terrible, but mediocre.
I like the superhero thing, but that's because I read a lot of comic books, so I mean. Obviously, if you're a superhero, you're going to be wearing purple. I mean, I can't look past that right now.
We don't even need a wardrobe department.
Right, we don't need. We got wardrobe figured out. Your Argyle, your sweater vest.
Yeah, what's
the professional.
The
Maurice was very purple. I'm a visual person, so that was my first impression. But can I get a piece of paper, maybe?
Just I really like the idea of collaborating with people that you totally don't know, but then finding people that have very similar interests and very similar ideas.
Matt, what kind of stuff? I mean, we in that really brief moment that we passed on our way in here, You said that maybe comedy wasn't your thing.
Not
but,
so much my
but
thing, actually.
do you think that if you had a funny script and a funny actor, you could make
I can certainly try.
something happen? Matt and I tend to be kind of louder, but Maurice, he's kind of simmers. I could see him being very thoughtful, and I'm excited to see what he does.
I'm thinking like Flannel Man or something
Flannel
like
Man?
that. Yeah, take place, we'll get you out of your element, It's like, coming from Krypton to, Earth is sort of like coming from the big city to small town. So it'd be like Flannel Man,
Yeah, you would have to be a superhero to do that.
It
You
would
would,
be
yeah.
kind of fun. I like the idea of a superhero that, like, when he changes costumes, like Superman style, it's really not that different. Like, there's a suit under the suit, but in your case, it would be flannel, and he could do like things like, raking, other like it makes me
Helping
think of
move
Brawny
old ladies,
Man,
yeah,
right? Saving kittens from
Stuff like
trees.
that.
Any problems? No, I don't see any problems with them at all. Just as long as we're open to receive each other, our different ideas and concepts of what we think about what they're writing and what he's directing. And
There we go. We got it. We got
We
it.
can call him Everyman. Everyman. Because you're really a superhero, but you gotta, this is gold.
oh,
We actually need to stop these people recording this, because we just need to go make this movie on
let's
our
just-
own.
All right.
Hi, I'm Craig. It's very nice, Craig. Yep, it's very nice to meet you.
Sarai.
It's what?
Sarai. The same syllables as Sarah Lee.
Sarah Lee. My actress is stunning. She's gorgeous. Did you see her? She's beautiful. Look at her once.
Sarai.
Sarai.
Yes.
Sarai. She's got a tricky name though. It's like Sarah. Sounds like Sarah Lee, but it's Zalali. Zalari. Salary. I'll figure that out. It's gonna take some work.
I'm
What about-
thinking more intense crime breakdown.
So you wanna
meltdown.
reach the levels of acting that you
Yes.
can possibly do. I
Yes.
gotcha.
Yes.
I know that it's going to be intense where I have to cry. So yeah, we have some good ideas. I don't know if I want to spoil it yet. You have to stay tuned to watch.
Yeah, that actually sounds really interesting.
Would you
That's
be able to
something
handle that?
I think that I could. I can most definitely get myself to the point where, I think that I lost someone that was really dear to me, and then plus with the
she's a little arrogant. That's typical, she's a beautiful woman. We're going to have to keep control of her. That's going to be the hardest part. Let me ask you this, have you done anything like that intense before?
No, I have not.
Okay, so do you think that's something you could handle?
Of course.
Okay.
I think Darren's gonna be pretty good. He's gonna give me some trouble though, I think, because I'm a writer myself, so I've never worked with a writer per se, and I don't want that to be a trouble, but I think that might be.
It's going to be a little work because he has things he likes to do and things I want to do, and it's going to be a little challenge, I'll tell you that.
I'm looking forward to actually seeing the script and shooting and seeing the finished product. So.
All right, guys, sit right here.
I like the sort of over-the-top comedy, sort of Jim Carrey-esque sort of thing, but I also enjoy dark comedy, which I would actually really enjoy doing in this. So I don't know if you guys could think of sort of a dark comedy sort of thing.
My writer started out with the idea, and then a filmmaker built off of that. So then it was just a quick back and forth, and then I threw in some ideas, and then we just started all melding together really quick. So,
but really the style for it, it could be anything. Like I said, it just depends on the scene.
Comedy or action? Or
anything really.
Anything?
But
what's your preference?
Crime, thriller, and
crime, thriller.
Yeah.
And then
you go with
comedy, dark comedy, sort of.
He's definitely got a look to him. He's got a nice, innocent, young look to him, and that's good because we're going to use that. And so if we want to take you outside of your comfort zone a little bit, you do definitely have this sort of innocent look about you.
Mm-hmm.
So we could sort of turn that around, and the innocent guy that comes into town turns out to be a troublemaker.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound like something you could do?
Yeah, I'm liking the sound of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just pull a total 180.
Just meeting, fresh, we get there's like a little bit of wall or tension between us. So, as a group, at this point, it could be anything.
My first impression of Nicholas, the director, he was seemed enthusiastic. My only concern, honestly, is the fact I've been talking to him about his equipment, and sounds like there might be a shortfall on that end, and that concerns me. But I can just write it into the script to make the shots look like they're shot from not the most professional piece of equipment.
Sounds good to me.
Is it like a prerequisite to have a weird hat when you're a director?
No.
I got one because I wanted to be a director once.
Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Dusty.
I'm Will. It's short
I'm
for
Marlene.
Steven.
Hi. I'm the main part. You're the main part. Well, that's good. First of all, how old are you?
I'm 9.
Oh God, where
Well.
to begin? Elijah, was it?
I think it was
Marty.
Marty.
Can't remember. He didn't really leave a good impression. I mean, that
Didn't
table
really-
had more personality than he did.
What are some things that you like?
Acting.
Why?
I just really like meeting new people, and I really enjoy being on camera.
But he did have a nice.
His hair was very majestic,
Very nice.
and
Definitely
I think
incorporate
we
that
could
into it.
probably make that the main character rather than him himself.
Do you have any special or hidden talents we can exploit for this? Like, can you tie your shoes blindfolded? Or
Have you ever done more than 10 jumping jacks in an hour? Something like that?
Will and Dusty are weirdos.
What are some things you don't like?
I think the number one is my mom, probably.
Oh, that's
Write that down.
Of Marty, I think he's cute. For some reason, he seemed hesitant, but I think he's quite animated.
What kind of role would you see yourself playing?
Bratty little kid.
Ooh,
bratty little
I don't know
kid.
if you could pull that off, to be honest. Might have to dig deep.
Dusty and Will are going to be mean to me.
Who would you
Ryan,
most
warn me
like
about
to
this.
be bratty to? If you could be bratty to anybody.
Speaking of our writer,
That's where the muzzle comes in.
oh
Jeez,
boy,
we're the
Muzzle,
directors here.
from Duct Tape. She just took charge and didn't give us a chance to
She
speak
ran.
at all, did she?
She ran.
Well, one thing I didn't like, they kept stepping on my toes. I'd ask a question and they'd barge right in, and hey, wait a minute, you, who do you think you are?
All right. Well, I think we got enough to work with here.
Basically, this is about Evelyn, so let's we can do some kind of like what, silent movie? Is that what you're looking for? Some kind of silent movie from the 1920s?
I'd like to play like a princess.
A princess? In the modern day here? Princess in the modern day? It's gonna be tough here in Wisconsin, isn't it? Evelyn she's sweet, but I don't think that the princess was really the right way to go for her character. I thought we could, challenge her a little bit more. I had kind of an idea where she would play a much more kind of mature character, where she's taking care of an older sister who is actually struggling, and you act as a parent for her. I know that that's like a big role to take on, but
We were thinking of taking the theme of what it is to be human as our storyline and taking that one step further of actually thinking, what is it to be a child?
Well, when I said princess, I just said the first thing that came to my mind. And when Jared said that very imaginative, dramatic, funny picture, it just hit me. Like I could see it. I couldn't really see the princess, but I could really see what he was talking about.
I was interested in what you as a filmmaker, what your perspective and what you like to do and how we can really just work Evelyn into what your vision was for it.
I feel like everybody kind of relies on me a lot more. And I want to be able to trust my writer and trust that she can come through for me, and not that I have to like take her script and rewrite the whole thing. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Everything I ever directed, I wrote myself. So it's going to be different because I have to take somebody else's story and bring it to life. And she might be like, "That is crap. This is not what I envisioned." You know, you being the writer, I think that's something that you'd have to create. I mean, that's just an outline.
What did I think of Jared? I think he's amazing. I'm thrilled to be working with him. It's easy on the eyes.
All right, have a seat, guys. Ladies, sorry.
I've always kind of wanted to do more action, intense type of thing because I've never done anything like that before.
What kind of action?
Like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, because most of the stuff I've done, it's all been on stage.
I think Maddie she's a very great personality. She's very pretty, and I think she can work with whatever our writer puts out. And I have a lot of confidence in her. Even though she does seem a bit quiet, she can go far.
You know, she's an only child. She's been pampered a little. You can sort of tell that a little bit. So you see yourself as like a science fiction hero or heroine?
Yeah,
or
kind of.
Yeah? You want to beat up the bad guys?
Yeah.
With high tech?
Oh, maybe.
You want some high tech to beat up the bad guys?
My filmmaker, she's really shy, but she seems really nice.
I came here to have fun, and I think that to have fun, that means we're going to have to be a little animated, and we're going to have to put ourselves out there a little bit, and I'm hoping that Brienne will be able to do that. She seemed a little subdued. I'm like I'm a writer that I sort of walk through life and stuff globs onto me and sticks onto me and then comes up to me in the form of like a story. I don't know how it happens. It's kind of a magical process.
My writer, she seemed very outgoing and I guess very doesn't care what anyone thinks. She's very nice. She's really funny and she seems very creative, and I'm really excited to see what she comes up with for the script.
How you doing, buddy? I'm Alan.
Tony?
Good. Scout. Alan.
Scout?
Yep.
Tony.
Awesome.
Well, what is our theme? What is our theme we're going on?
We're going on what it means to be human, actually.
Well, that narrows it down.
Yeah, it's very complex, but very broad.
Everybody's definition of humanity is going to be different if you're in it. But if you're outside the swimming pool watching everybody swim, you've got like a whole overview. And so then it becomes more interesting seeing it from somebody from the outside. What it means to be human.
What you could do is basically love is a good thing to be human, but everyone does love, and that's also can apply to other creatures.
I mean, Scott's a young guy. I mean, it bothers me to take direction from a younger guy, but I guess we have to do what we have to do to make this show a success. As long as I'm in this show, I'm not gonna lose.
He always calls me Scott, it's Scout. And my last name, Livesey. Not Livesley, Livesey.
I don't know. Being human today is a little weird. I mean, everybody's definition is like, oh, I'm in a hurry and my phone won't work. I have to speak. I taught for 3 years, and I know how stupid young people can be. But there's always a little silver needle in the haystack. Sometimes I'm hoping that he's that, because sometimes people can get ahead of themselves what they want to do versus what they know, and wisdom is not usually attributed to the young. Like they decided to disappear, or they were like a hermit and ran away from the army. I don't know, some guy who's like living like a hermit, then he had to go back to civilization. It would be like.
He seems to have some good ideas, but we'll see how he conflicts with mine. Okay, you want to have
one big idea with little tiny things right. But if you try to do too much, it's like.
Thing I learned.
It could be two. That could be two. That's a feature film. You know what I mean? That's like, oh my god. Oh yeah, save that for you.
That's a nice topic, but is it okay if I kick in some ideas?
Yeah,
go ahead.
They kind of want to do things sometimes more in their way as far as ideas and stuff, but kind of want to do things my way, and I'm gonna make this show my way.
I think Scott is a very ambitious young fella. He's young, and he's got a lot of ideas. I don't know how much experience he has, but he says he's made short films, doing films. And it's kind of interesting putting the old guy with the young guy. I just don't want to be shouldering a lot of the direction if I'm just going to be the writer. But he seems like he kind of, you know, he knows cameras, he has shot, he edits and stuff. So the guy's first goal.
I'm a filmmaker. I want to get as much experience as I can. Just, I don't know, just learn as much as I can, make connections, get to know people. Just have a good time, I guess. He seems to have some idea, but that idea might just be a little over the top for what we're trying to do.
Yeah, we putting some things together. We just had a meeting and we talked about which kind of way that we want the script to go.
Alan, I think is he seems like he's got some energy. He's really interested. He's really invested in it. When we were shooting the ideas across, I don't know if our ideas are going to mesh that much. So we're going to kind of prepare ourselves to maybe have a lot of go-arounds.
I think it should work out.
I'm ready to roll.
You guys remember Maureen, right? She was one of the judges.
Hello, everyone.
You guys know she's also an acting coach.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she's gonna be working with you guys, as you may or may not know. We're gonna have her have an actual sit down with you where you actually go and have an acting class with Maureen.
Now, here's the deal. The most important thing you can remember as an actor is never memorize before you analyze.
Yeah, that's all well and good to analyze a script before. I mean, that's fine. You read a script through, I get that. But you can analyze and memorize at the same time. Analyze is fine. But if you came on my set and you didn't have your lines memorized, get the frick out of here.
Okay, so I just had this conversation with Coop about why am I telling the actors not to memorize before they analyze, because he's all hepped up, you know, he wants to make it happen and time is limited. And but I stuck to my guns with this because actors need to understand what is going behind the lines. And if you memorize without understanding what is driving your character, and then you can get stuck in a rut with your line, and it's a line delivery instead of an experience. That aside, now let us think about this character. Tell me, did you do your script analysis on this character?
For the overall objective.
She has a very weak script. You know, I've been reading all of the scripts, and other lead characters seem to have lead roles in the script. And when I started reading Madeline's script, it's like, where's the character? I just want to talk to you about the script for Angel's here.
I'm reading the script, and I feel like my character isn't really important in the script. The other people in the script just kind of like outshine her, I guess. My character's name is Angel, and she just seems almost like she's not really even the main character.
Have you read the script for her?
I did.
She's like practically a secondary character in this. I mean, there's no way for her to win this competition with this script.
Man, I never heard someone talk so much as Maureen. What the hell? Do you ever put a cork in it? My God. Yeah.
I don't think when we're looking at the quality of these other scripts, how these other scripts are showcasing these actors, there's no way for her to win this competition with the script. The casting call, her audition was, I would say, the best audition on that stage that day. She was fantastic. And there's no way for that to be highlighted. She has so much depth and passion. And of course, she's 13. She's trying to be a nice girl. She's trying to, be nice to everybody. Well, you know what? In this, you got to ask for what you want.
Was right against Susie Devine. Yeah, I talked to her. in an email, and I did talk to her about it, and she basically, she's pretty strong-willed. Brianna, you better step it up, because you are the weakest wallflower I've ever seen. You better get a pair, and you better stand up for yourself and your actor and do something. Well,
She's serving the two guys.
No, I know that, but it's also the responsibility of the director to look at the script and say, this is doable or this is not doable. This is going to achieve the goal that we're looking for. It's not going to achieve the goal. And so the director needs to step up.
I think her audition for us, the first audition she had for the judges, showed that she can be a winner, and we need a winning script for her.
It went well. It got crazy in there. We came up with the basis that my character's bipolar and she's got some underlying issues that she's dealing with. So therefore, because of that, it makes her a little crazy and she's like an emotional roller coaster where she's up, she's down, and she doesn't deserve to be loved.
I like that the script is relationship driven. I like that, the movies are full of scenes where there's the big breakup and the reconciliation. And Sarai is a beautiful girl. And I think she's a good, type for that type of role. And to have Reel that shows her in this type of role, I think is going to be an asset for her, moving forward.
Crap. Mm-hmm. Or are we looking for mediocrity?
I liked how Sophie's like getting in a big fight and I'm trying to stop it and all that stuff.
I think it's a fantastic script. When I read it, I was really excited for Evelyn because it's a very challenging role for a child.
Fight for my happily ever after? Do you think that could work for you?
Mm-hmm.
Let's put that down as an overall objective. Is fight for my happily
It's
ever
tough, but
after.
it's
Because-
really, I think, a really good opportunity for her to do something a little more challenging, a little more raw, and, explore some different emotions that I know she can do, but she hasn't had as much opportunity to do, so.
And she makes the turkey, right? You're very capable, aren't you? Can you see how if you were fighting for your happily ever after, that making that apple pie and making that turkey is going to help you fight for your happily ever after?
I feel very good about it. I really like it. I feel tough with it. I feel like I'm free.
I love my script. I think it's perfect.
Do you like your script?
I love my script.
All right, good. That's really funny. And so, how does it feel, Brittany, to be prejudiced against because you're a Republican?
I'm very, very offended. There are so many other things they could have chosen, but that. Initially, I was a little skeptical because it was not how I'm used to analyzing a script per se. It was kind of similar, but it was a lot different. And then, it really helped because now I'm all super, emotional.
It's like guess who's coming to dinner, but it's guess who's coming to lunch,
Mhm.
right? And dealing with prejudice, right?
Mhm.
So as an actor, then what you're going to want to do is, if there's times in your life that you have dealt with prejudice or mixed, have you ever been in a mixed relationship?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes we have these ideas that if a script is making a political statement, and then we can actually distance ourselves from our emotional life. But the reality is, in families, and I am in a family that has, my brother's married to a Filipino girl, and when you get past, honestly, when you get past in a family the difference in color, it's like, it's a non-issue.
And you think that's going to be an issue, but really it's, I don't know. I don't know.
It took me to a place that is very uncomfortable in my own personal life, and sorry. I don't know, so I guess I have to bring that to the script. It kind of shows that how different film and theater are, because on the stage they can't necessarily see it, but on the film that's what people want to see. So It's just me opening up and letting things that have happened to me in my life, sharing that with other people.
Okay, so you have one eye that's a light up eye, and the other eye is going to be your own eye.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the eyes are the window to the soul as an actor, right?
Yep.
So you're going to have to be doing a lot of emoting with that one eye. You better pick the eye that's best for you. That's going to be mine.
It's different. I loved it. I thought that it challenged me in a different area now. Instead of memorizing lines, you have to now do a lot of improv, so it's different, but I love it.
I think it's a good script for him because he is a man with a lot of empathy. And, you know, the character that he's portraying is a robot. And but he has to bring to the robot these human characteristics and longing. And with this Chubbuck technique that I use, we talk about, you know, looking to your own life and finding substitutions from your life that you can bring to the role. And when I was talking with him, he talked about his work in nursing homes and feeling, you can feel marginalized as somebody that is, you know, a waitstaff at a nursing home, or even dealing with the residents, many of whom, you know, they go to the nursing home and then nobody goes to visit them again. Right, and then again, those people in the nursing home are also treated sometimes like they're no longer valuable in life.
Exactly. To help me bring out the inner part of me that I didn't think that I have. And it was a grind out session. I mean, it was fun, it was tough, but it was fun. And looking forward to bigger and better things now. I'm ready for the character of Ralphie, and I'm ready to bring it to life. I wonder what Maurice is doing right now.
D-O-double-G, because that beat me.
It's just like, what is it, like the script of, I don't know, longing and waiting and for what?
Right.
You know, I got to the end and I'm like, okay, I mean, there's a lot of angst and stuff you can do. Maybe there's a little bit of humor in it. I wasn't crazy about the script. You know, sometimes you watch these movies and at the end you just feel a big, so what? And I kind of felt that way about the script, and I felt like that would put him at an unfair disadvantage. Now, I think the character in the script can be developed, and I think that could showcase him as an actor.
Rat race of working daily.
Right.
And getting away from the workplace employees, obnoxious employees, obviously. He's impatient on the day of leaving for the vacation, where he doesn't even go in fellowship with them afterwards. So his anxiety just to go on vacation, just to get there.
After talking to Maureen, I'm having second guesses. I was moving in a direction of filling the character and really bringing the character to life. And talking to Maureen, she told me to go to a different direction because the script itself should be showcasing my talent and who I am and making the character more personable.
And where is he next? Is he on his journey to heaven or hell? I mean, what's...
Yeah, like what is his final judgment? You know, it's like,
I don't know. I mean, we can make it about that. I mean, we can, you know what? I think we can work and make something happen.
Yeah, he called me Biggie Smalls, Kenan Thompson off of Kenan and Kel. Doesn't matter. Genuine, Coolio, Snoop Dogg wannabe.
How about save me from this evil?
Save me from myself, save me from evil.
Save me from this evil, because even though you are evil, or if there's that evil that's inside of you.
There's still, his character is dark, but also wants to be loved, and there's a part of him that's dead inside that's wanting to come back alive, which is something I didn't even think about before, but a lot more in-depth sort of things, love, humor, pain, anguish, all those things rolled into one, apparently.
And also, when we do script analysis, we're always using a pencil, and we get one now. I think he can do it. I think that there's subtleties with this character that, because the character is a serial killer, you know, and but serial killers don't perceive themselves as bad guys. This, I think, would be like an obstacle that gets in your way, that laws of God and man cannot prevent bad things from happening. That's your obstacle.
There's a lot more to the character than I initially thought there was, a lot more in depth. It makes me a lot more excited about the character.
This is basically the beginning. You see me with like a firecracker and a match. in the kitchen, and you basically know what I'm about to do.
All right, you got your fire. Okay, and you have to pull that firework out of your pocket. Okay?
I think he's a smart little boy. He has some good insights. I think, like any young actor, he jumped in right away and started memorizing lines just out of feeling. And so he has to watch about that, because that can start creating just a two-dimensional character. Because we never analyze before we memorize, all right, honey? So if our overall objective is to get...
It's real funny. My dad was like a big monster. The feeling I had to get was to make my mom like me, kind of aggravate it. Don't pee your pants while I watch it.